right, ladies and gentlemen, may we now invite the High Commissioner of Pakistan to Singapore, Her Excellency Rabia Shafiq, to highlight the untapped potential of Pakistan as a vibrant and welcoming destination for Muslim travelers and why Pakistan is your next travel destination. Your Excellency, please join us.
Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, everyone. So, in the interest of time, I just let the video do most of my talking. So I'll take less of your time. So just to start off, I want to thank Mr. Fazal, who had invited me to be a part of this venture, and I'm very happy to hear that this is the 5th year that they are doing the summit and the 10th year that the GMTI is being published. So shout out to Mr. Umair also, who's been partnering with Crescent Rating. I think you've seen some of the glimpses in the video, but something which probably did not come across in the video was that, the warmth and hospitality of the Pakistani people. I think that is something that one can truly experience when one goes to Pakistan to experience yourself. And that is something, because I understand that it's a very competitive market in terms of tourism. There's lots of options, lots of choices. What really sets Pakistan apart from the other destinations people might be considering for in the realm of halal tourism is that, one, we are an Islamic country. We are the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. So, all the ecosystem that the panelists were talking about, that caters to halal tourism. Second, most people speak English, so it's very easy to navigate around the country because most people would get by speaking. They can communicate in English. So I think that is one advantage also. The other thing I want to talk about is it's very safe for women to travel also. I think this is something I really want to emphasize that, I think when women are going abroad, security, safety, that is really an issue. So that is something that I, being a Pakistani woman, and I travel in Pakistan on my own also, so I can say that, it is a safe place for people to, for women especially, to travel in because people are very, respectful towards women. Well, most of the things you've seen, so I'm not going to talk about how the variety and the diversity that Pakistan offers in terms of landscape, in terms of natural wonders and absolutely wonderful places to visit. We also have a lot of religious diversity. So because of our geolocation, we are at the crossroads. And there's a lot of religions which have passed through Pakistan, which is the current Pakistan, and and there are religious heritage sites of various religions. So that is something that is useful to look at and maybe visit also. I think food and shopping, that is again something that is really unique about Pakistan. So some of the glimpses of food you saw in the videos, because we have 4 provinces in Pakistan, which are the different regions which constitute to make Pakistan, and there's very unique food from each of those regions, and I think you can truly experience that when you take a trip down to Pakistan. A few things I just want to talk about, basically about what the government is doing to promote tourism in Pakistan, because one part is the domestic tourism where we are encouraging people within Pakistan to travel to other parts of the country, and the other is geared towards naturally foreign tourists. So a few things I want to mention in this regard. One, that the government has really simplified the visas, because I think sometimes that is also a concern when people are thinking about traveling to some country. So we have introduced visa on arrival for citizens from 60 countries, including Singapore. That is something that really facilitates last minute travels also. And then our visa has completely moved to an online platform. So, this is valid for 175 countries. It's a very simple form. It's a 1-page form which one can fill and get a visa to travel to Pakistan, and that comes in your email. So, it's not like a physical visa is required on your passport. The other thing is that, the government has taken a lot of measures to improve the safety and security for travelers and tourists in Pakistan. We've established tourist police units in key destinations to ensure the safety of tourists. The major highways and key tourism corridors are regularly patrolled by the police, and there are emergency services also which are provided for ensuring safety of tourists. Then there's a lot of investment which the government has put in building the tourism infrastructure, because I think that is something really essential which is required by tourists visiting any place. So there are major road networks which are being expanded to connect northern tourism hubs like Hunza, Skardu, and Swat with the rest of the country. There are new airports, including the recently built Skardu International Airport. So people take flights to that airport to go to K2 base camp. And I know some of the tourists from Singapore who were adventurous enough to take down that trip. So this is a newly built airport. So from there, you can take international flights to go to Skardu. There are hotel, resorts, and eco-tourism lodges, which are also being developed through public-private partnership, I think, which is essential in any development effort. Then we have a government agency which is specifically designed to take care of developing tourism in Pakistan. That is called the Pakistan Tourism Development Corporation, and PTDC in short, and that is actively working with tour operators to design halal-friendly travel packages that are integrating cultural, adventure, and faith-based experiences. They are also developing a lot of family-oriented resorts, halal culinary tours, and spiritual heritage trails. Lastly, I just want to talk about community-based tourism, because a lot of tourism in Pakistan is in the northern parts of Pakistan, where we have a number of mountains which are above 8,000 meters. So I don't recall the number right now, but we have, I think, about 4 or 5 out of the 8,000ers in the world, and a lot of adventure tourism is being attracted towards that. So the government is also investing in community-based tourism initiatives to empower local populations, promote sustainable development, and offer an authentic village-based experience. So these are a few things that the government is undertaking for tourism promotion. I would really like to invite all of you, extend a personal invitation for all of you to consider Pakistan as your next travel destination, which is also halal friendly. Thank you so much.